Hello everyone. Today we're gonna actually start doing maintenance on this printer. So I would like to replace all the fluids, glow plugs, because the 5th cylinder glow plug isn't working, so might as well replace all of them. And just service all the brakes, and that's about it. So basically get the car ready to be driven. So I guess grab a cup of coffee, tea, or whatever else you may be drinking, and just enjoy the view. The glow plugs are right here on the side of the head, 5 of them, beside each cylinder respectively. And the last one is right there all the way behind. It's the hardest one, and that's the one that actually failed. I gotta say, it wasn't easy at all to remove that last 5th glow plug wire, just the wire. Now gonna attempt the glow plugs themselves, but for now I've just removed all the wires, and took me probably about 15 minutes just to get that wire off of the last glow plug. So very tight space, no access. I had to use a pick like this in order to remove it. Let's see if I can safely remove the actual glow plugs. Finally installed this 5th glow plug. It wasn't that hard. The hardest part was disconnecting the connector, the electrical connector from it. So I will, when connecting back, prior to connecting back, I will lubricate them with this Growty Ultra Seal electrical corrosion preventive sealant, specifically for electrical contacts, in hopes that next time I need to remove them, it won't be too hard. So this concludes the glow plug replacement. Wasn't too hard, probably about an hour or so overall. Now moving on to oil change and all the other fluids change basically, and filters too. So let's go. it does not have a cabin filter. It's not there, but the housing is there. I can install one and I will have a cabin filter. Well, good thing I checked, because I would like to have one. I guess the firefighters don't really need cabin filter. I don't know the wisdom behind this. Maybe it's not important for firefighters. Time comes to remove the oil filter. Put a little filter socket here. Nice. So the oil is nicely drained already from the filter housing, because it's been sitting here for a couple days already, so nice and easy. Here is the moment we drain oil. It's going to be thick because it's cold. Oh, it's leaking right on that fire horn. This is oil that came out from diesel engine. It's not even too black and it feels very slippery. Doesn't have that soot in the oil. It's clear, you can see that it's clear. Very good engine. Time came to drain the front differential oil. So first, I open the fill plug. Oh, that's tight. All right, that's loose. All right, fill plug is open. Wow, that's a big gear. Okay. Now the drain plug. I'm gonna drain it into the empty clear bottle so I can see what I drained. Just for documentation purposes. I'll catch as much as I can. Not gonna go nuts on this. Oh, that's pretty thick. Doesn't look dirty, looks pretty clean. Well, not perfect, but clean enough. It's really thick though. Very heavy duty and thick oil. Takes 75W90. That's what I found in the instructions there. Well, there's very little of it in there. I think it was low. Only drained like less than a liter. By the way, this is the magnet. Not really much on it. A little bit like normal wear and tear stuff. Not much. It's gonna take a while to drain all of this. It's probably very thick and it's gonna take long to drain, so I'm just gonna put something on the floor and just move on to the next fluid. So I'm just gonna drain it into this drain pan. Since it's gonna take forever, it's gonna just be left overnight. We have our transmission fill plug right here on the left side. We're gonna pull that out. So we're gonna shift it into some gear so it's not in the way. All right. See what the transmission oil looks like. It felt like the synchros didn't really want to synchro much. Transmission oil, drain plug. I'm gonna catch that oil as well. Attempt to. Oh yeah, that's much thinner. It's supposed to be a GL4 manual transmission oil. Yeah, and it doesn't look too bad. It does seem a little bit gray when you look through the bottle, but it's not bad at all. Could also be worn out, but just not showing it. Like, not a bad color, but properties of the oil are no longer there. That's quite possible. So here's the magnet. The drain plug also has a magnet on transmission. Very little, almost none. Yeah, pretty clean. I'm not surprised, it's only 14K. So, real good. Transfer case now. This is a tapered plug. That's for the fill and level. Oh, some oil is coming out, so it's full. That's beautiful. And the drain is not Allen. It looks like a 19 millimeter. It is 19. All right. Isn't easily coming out. Gotta get a ratchet. think we're having a thread issue. Yeah. Something isn't right here. Oh God. Okay, here we go. It's just spinning in one place. Someone must have touched it already. Let's see if I can pry it out while spinning. That's bad, eh? Looked like no one touched many things here. But this one, they just had to touch. Somehow I have to extract this now. Yeah, it looks like it's wobbling in there. What is happening? I have a tool like this, might just work to aid in removal. That's bad. Just free spinning there. Oh, I know what I can use. I can try the electric ratchet. Very bad situation here. Running out of ideas. I'll try to bang it out like so. I also don't want to damage the transfer case too much. It's just not going anywhere. What are you gonna do, huh? This is what I'm trying now. I'm just gonna gun it. It's just freely spinning. So I guess I'll apply this method here with the gunning. See what it does. Nothing good. Well, now there is a much bigger gap. Try this. Finally. Yes, okay. There you go. I got it out. And we're gonna catch this oil as well. So oil is nice. There's definitely no thread in there. Here. This is the drain plug. Came with a piece of aluminum. The threads on the drain plug are fine. The magnet is also fine. A little bit of filings. The washer is completely screwed up by me. And the oil is super clean. That's all I gotta say about this. All right, now the final and the biggest and the most working piece is the rear differential. We're gonna drain that oil into this container. And that'll be it for today. I'll leave all this stuff dripping overnight. Oh yeah, that's great. All right. So fill plug is open, nothing's coming out. Kind of expected. Fill and drain plug is also real tight. Pulling out. All right. It's all loose. Now let's see what comes out of there. Yes, that's dirty. As expected, the dirtiest of them all. This is gonna be dripping overnight, all of these units, and then tomorrow I'll start repairing that thread on that transfer case. I'll see if I have a proper size helicoil and whatnot, and then we go from there. I got a solution for this. We're gonna helicoil it, but before helicoiling it, you need to drill with a slightly larger drill bit. In this case, it's gonna be 9/16, because the thread here is M14 by 1.5 millimeter thread pitch. So 9/16 drill bit is exactly what's needed to get the helicoil in. So first we gotta pass it with the drill bit all the way, as even as possible. So here we go. It's biting. Okay, I will put it on slower and go really slow. Not a lot of pressure, so that it evenly removes. Ow. Okay. Even a little bit too much pressure is already too much. I'm gonna try to go fast. And no pressure at all. Yeah, that works. Yeah, just a little bit more. I'm not gonna go all the way because the thread is not all the way anyway. On that plug. Okay, this is how much we got. Oh, we got a little more thread. Okay, maybe we should cut it more. That's it. We're all the way in. Right, this is the helicoil kit that I'm using. This is the thread that comes in it. The tap, I mean, with the correct thread to thread it, to cut the thread first, and then insert the helicoil insert. This is the insert that's going in there. It's a little coiled thing, like this, stainless steel. So once I cut the thread, I can thread this in, and that'll give us the same thread we had, but stronger, because now it's going to be the bigger diameter. Since this is aluminum and this is stainless, it's going to reinforce it also. So, and I will use the very long, well, much longer plug than it had. It had a plug that's very, very short, like so. It's very short. It's got like 4 threads on it, and that's why someone ripped it out. They've stripped the threads and then left it there, and it wasn't even leaking. I was surprised. And then when I tried to remove it, I just removed all the threads from that aluminum housing. So that's the length of the plug I'm gonna be using compared to the original one. That'll do the job, and it'll be nice and secure, much better than before. The only problem is it does not have the magnet like the original one, but that's fine. I think I can get the one with magnet a little bit later. For now, we're just gonna use this because I don't have any magneted one. We're gonna be cutting this thread nice and straight. Gotta get it as straight as possible in there. Alright, I got it in. Now I gotta reverse it a little bit. Gotta go in and out, slowly. Alright, so I'll switch off the ratcheting, and I'll just be going in and out without ratcheting. Good thing we have enough space here. The tank allows for the space. Yes, it's cutting nice. Exactly as I want it. Oops. Just wobbled out. Okay, we bottomed out. Now we can just ratchet this whole thing out. That's it. So we got a lot of aluminum on this tab here. Now we're gonna blow out the aluminum from there. From that hole via the fill hole. So if you blow the air into the fill hole, the aluminum will come out from the drain hole, like so. don't get any aluminum in the transfer case. We don't want it jamming the gears, even though it probably won't jam the gears because it's a soft metal, but it'll grind into finer particles, and then it'll get into bearings and stuff. You don't really want aluminum in there. You want it as clean as possible. Or maybe even close up the thing to pressurize it even more. Yeah, I can feel the air blowing out. Okay, so that's fine. Now we clean out the oil. There was lots of oil. All right, so that's the brake cleaner that we used. Now we're gonna blow it all out. Good. So, I'm gonna show you how the clean thread looks like now. You have the nicely cut clean thread. And now we're gonna insert the helicoil in there. Now the way it works is it comes with this plastic insertion tool. So this is the plastic, and this is a metal, I guess, insertion tool. This is what you call it. It threads it through this plastic opening here, and then it creates the proper form of the helicoil, and then it just threads into that. You'll see it in a moment. This is how it's done. Oh, I think we've bottomed out on the inside, but still haven't finished the thread, the helicoil insert. So in that case, we need to cut it off. We're gonna use Dremel for that. Yeah, we bottomed it out, but we haven't finished the coil itself. You can see that. So we're gonna cut it off very gently in the correct place. So now, one final thing to do is to remove that tail on the end. So for that, we just grab it as hard as we can with the pliers and just break it off. It did not break off yet. it did. I ripped it out. It fell off somewhere on the floor. I don't see where it's at, but it's not there. I felt it fall. Oh well. I'll find it later. It doesn't matter. It's good. It's not there anymore. Beautiful. Repaired. We're going to be filling our rear differential first. We close the drain plug. Tight. I'm gonna be using 75 W90 Redline synthetic gear oil, GL5. Alright, so it looks like full, but I will finish this last 150 milliliters to just overfill it slightly. It's not gonna hurt it, probably only for the better. Nice. Rear diff is done. Moving on to the front diff. Front diff, I'm gonna put back the drain plug. Wipe it off first. Nice big drain plug. Alright, now start filling it. Same oil. 75 W90 GL5 Redline. Oh, it's got a little difficulty here. Really knows it's leaking out, so you gotta go slow. There's a gear right there, so it's not letting the oil go in quickly. Once you're going too quick, it starts leaking out. So you gotta go real slow here. Is it full already? It's only the third one. Not a lot leaked out, but it seems very little. We'll force the rest of the syringe in. So. Yeah, it is actually full. So, like the rear one, just gonna leave it a little bit overfilled. All right. Close the plug. Tighten the plug and good to go. That's it. All right, moving on to transmission. So now we're gonna put back the transmission drain plug. Tighten it up. Ready to fill. The fluid we're gonna use is gonna be this. Redline MTLV. It's a GL4 gear lubricant, specifically designed for manual transmissions and transfer cases. That's my first choice for transmission, manual transmission and transfer cases fluids. That's the best one I know so far. Perfect. Takes about 2 liters. 4 syringes. No, actually 2.5. That was 5. And it's just the right level. Excellent. Now tighten the plug. And that's it. That's it for the transmission. Now, moving on to transfer case. We're gonna start by tightening the drain plug here, the new drain plug that we've obtained for it. Wonderful. We're gonna use the same oil as we used for the transmission, the MTLV. Oh. Yeah, we drained not much, and that's what we're filling back, about 1 liter. Slightly overfill. That's how I like it. Excellent. Okay, for draining coolant, the best place I found is this hose that's on the right side of the radiator. The big one is coming out of the lower radiator, and then there's the small one that joins it. So this way it'll be not a very fast drain, and it'll not make any mess, because there is no drain cocks anywhere. I looked everywhere, so we're just gonna drain it from the hose. That's also the lowest point of all the cooling system here anyway, so I'll get the most coolant out. Let's get to it. 7mm wrench, socket I'm in. Gonna loosen that clamp off. Alright, here's our drain container. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. Beautiful. Coolant finished dripping. Well, it's still dripping, but it will be dripping for a very long time, so I'm fine with whatever has dripped out. I'll reinstall that hose. Right in that same spot. And retight that clamp. That's it for the coolant drain. Putting back the oil filter. Okay, Now we start filling the engine oil. This is the oil we're going to be using. It's also a red line. It's going to be 5W40. It's a Group 5 oil, so it's ester based. I really like it. I've used it on many of my cars. I have another Sprinter that I'm currently using it on. It's the best oil I've come across so far, and it's not an advertisement. This funnel makes things quicker. You can do 3 at a time. We have filled about 7 liters. Time to check the level before we fill any more. Yeah, we can safely fill 1 more in, maybe even 1.5. One more is in. Let's see what it is. Yeah, we can definitely fill that last half liter. And we may even need more. This has been eight and a half liters of oil. This should be enough. Oh, sorry, not 8.5 liters, 8.5 quarts. So that's just about 8 liters. No, we still can safely fill 1 more liter. Gotta go and get it. That should be enough. That would be 9.5 quarts. We have about half a level. Will 1 more quart fit? Or maybe half a quart? Yeah, I suppose we can fit half a quart in. Well, I also was draining it for a couple days, so it dripped out everything it could possibly drip. That could also be the reason why we couldn't fit more oil in it. So let's start with like half a quart first. See what the level is. Yeah, we're just almost full. Yeah, I guess we can just dump it in. This filter is still empty, so it'll fill the filter as well. It'll be just enough. So 10.5 quarts. I think it was 10. There's 10 here. Yeah, 10.5 quarts. Wow. That's a lot of oil that this engine takes. Yep, we're just at maximum. Great. And the filter still hasn't filled, so we may need still like half a quart once we get it started and warmed up. Anyway, now I'm gonna go and start mixing coolant. Probably gonna need about 8 to 10 liters of coolant for this. Gonna fill the coolant now. I have this really nice funnel that cannot spill. I'm gonna adapter for any vehicle. Just put it in like so and start filling the coolant. I have already pre-mixed it, so it's in a clear bottle. Yeah, seems like the whole 8 liters went in and it's still bubbling. So we will probably need to mix more coolant. Even though I drained about 7, seems like it still needs more coolant. Oh, excellent. There's still a little bit in the funnel and it's not going anymore, so that's just enough. Okay, we're gonna get ready to get it started. Let's get it going. Running beautifully. Like new. Yeah, excellent. So I'm gonna leave it running for a bit so that the cooling system bleeds itself. So the engine has finally warmed up and I've shut it down already. Let's now check the oil one last time to make sure we have enough. Yes, we have about 3/4. I would not fill anymore. I suppose this is enough. And it hasn't settled yet. Once it settles, it will probably be full. So we'll leave it at that. Time to change that hydraulic oil, power steering oil. So here's the setup. There's a funnel in the reservoir, and so here's the return line being plugged. It was just a plug, hose was a plug. And then the actual return line right here is coming out right into the oil drain. So the way it works is my assistant will be starting the engine and turning the wheel all the way to the left and right, stop, and I will be pouring in fresh oil into the top of the funnel. So all the old oil will be going right into the drain, and I will be refilling it with fresh oil into the funnel. So let's get started. Okay, let's begin. Start. Start, yeah. Yeah. Stop! Stop! We finished flushing process. Now we are going to assemble everything back, and that'll be it for our fluids, other than brake fluid. The brake fluid will be done after the brake servicing. And the brake servicing will be the theme of our next episode, so right after the brake servicing we'll do that last remaining fluid, which is brake fluid, along with clutch fluid and rear differential lock actuator fluid. Those are all one single fluid coming from the same reservoir. So I'll see you in the next episode where you see all of that. And please don't forget to like and subscribe.